Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are doing great. I know that I didn't post the box office breakdown for this past weekend. To be quite honest, I've been slumped with work and with a lot of school stuff, and I've barely had time to do it. And here I am neglecting my school project to do this. So I'm gonna end up picking my battles a little bit better and trying to record videos that I either find interesting or that I just want to post because I feel like I have a lot to say about it. So hopefully moving forward in the next few weeks, I can start doing that little by little and come up with a better strategy to make sure that I upload at least 2 videos a week. So yeah, stay tuned for that. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Also like and share. That helps out the algorithm to reach more people. And if you feel like I missed something or you want to add something to the conversation, please comment down below and I will make sure to respond. That being said, let's start out the video. Now, I know that a lot of people have been talking about this for the past few weeks and that I'm probably a little bit late to the party, but I've been trying to look into it a little bit more and not give my 2 cents too recently because things just keep happening, and then I just change my mind, or I look at things from different perspectives and then I'm like, maybe it wasn't what I thought it was at the beginning. We all know Disney, right? Disney has been having some pretty rough, I want to say, past 2 years. A lot of their things are not hitting. A lot of their movies are flopping. And their park attendance has been lacking heavily. Universal is definitely the ones winning in Orlando. That being said, we all know that Disney has their live action movies. And there was one released this year which vastly underperformed. If you consider the budget of the movie, it definitely flopped. As much as they want to spin it that it did money, it didn't. The Little Mermaid essentially flopped. It just didn't make money for them whatsoever, and it vastly underperformed. And I had a lot of criticisms, and a lot of people either called me delusional or the R word and all of these other things because reasons. But it underperformed. It just didn't do what it was supposed to do. We're talking about a classic that was guaranteed to make money. But the decisions that Disney ended up making just didn't help out the movie. Now, the next one in the pipeline is the true Disney original princess, and that is Snow White. Now, Snow White, we all thought, hey, maybe they'll learn from their past mistakes when it comes to casting. But no, alas, no. They ended up casting Rachel Zegler as Snow White. Now, I am not a fan of the casting because I feel like if you're going to do the character justice, try to get somebody that looks like the character. And Rachel Zegler, even though she has the bob, she has some of the physical aspects of Snow White, she's not there. There's other people out there that could have done a better job, or maybe unknown actresses that they could have utilized in order to make sure that this movie's casting was spot on. I think that Gal Gadot as the evil queen, she's I love Gal, but I feel like her acting abilities are not 100% there. I think she was a fantastic Wonder Woman, but everything else that she's been in has been a little bit lackluster, right? But we're not talking about her. We're talking about Miss Rachel Zegler. The movie is slated to potentially release in March 2024. Now, there's rumors that they're supposedly thinking about moving it because Dune is coming out 1 week after the movie, and they don't want Dune to jeopardize its box office potential, which I feel like it's a lot of bull, to be honest. And the reason why is because we all know, unless you've been living under a rock, that Rachel Zegler has had a lot to say about the character in the original Snow White movie that was released in 1937. And again, you have the right to say whatever you want to say because this is still a free country, so you can say whatever you want to say, and that's perfectly fine. Nobody should be able to suppress your thoughts or your opinions about a certain topic, right? However, the comments that she's been spewing out and saying just do not help her case and just does a disservice for the movie itself. I actually like Rachel Zegler as an actress. I think she's actually talented, and there's some sort of charm to her when it comes to her characters and the portrayal of those characters. I liked her in West Side Story. I think she was really, really good in Shazam! Fury of the Gods, even though the movie flopped, but she was good. And I have been highly anticipating her for the new Hunger Games movie that comes out this year. I think it's November. So I'm somebody that can be considered somebody that enjoys her work. I think that she has the talent to act, right? But I've always said that sometimes people that are extremely talented should not open their mouths whatsoever. There's just cases where the way that they say things just comes off as condescending, and it just doesn't help them at all. And the reality is that she is the person that's heading this movie. She is the lead of the Disney classic Snow White. It was the first Disney princess of all time. It was the first movie that made animation what it was over here in the West. Like, it was what created Disney Animated Studios. That is the movie. It had so much to offer. There was so much that this movie did for the animated space that it's crazy the legacy that it has, right? And while it is fair to criticize its origins and the way that the movie was portrayed, you know, the age difference between the princess and the prince, like all of those things, it's fair to criticize. But when you say it in a tone that's like condescending, especially when it's about a movie that you're making it come to life, you are that princess, it takes away from the experience, right? And it seems as if the PR stuff, like the PR team from Disney, gives these princesses the same script. Oh, we wanted to reimagine it to be a strong, powerful female character that needs no man because love is overrated and all of this. It's essentially the same script. And while it's okay for you to reimagine things, and while it's okay for you to put a different spin on it, that doesn't necessarily mean that the audience is gonna take to it and actually enjoy it. When she says things like she's not going to be saved by the prince and she's not going to be dreaming about true love, she's just wants to become the leader that she knows that she's going to be. And yes, we have a prince that we casted him, great dude, but you know, maybe all of his scenes will be cut, and that's Hollywood, baby. When you say things like that, it just doesn't help your case whatsoever, and people are just starting to see you more as the villain of the movie instead of the princess. It's insane. It's insane. Again, you can have all the criticisms that you want on the movie. That's perfectly fine. But for you to be so delusional into thinking that that's going to help you in the long run, it's not true. The reality is that celebrities and actors especially have one job: promote the movie in order to have people go into the theaters and watch it and make money at the box office. That's how you get jobs down the line. That's how you become a household name. That's essentially what you're there to do. There's a lot of actors and actresses that, as much as they're great at what they do, the reality is that they can't sell movie tickets. And since they can't sell movie tickets, they end up going to the mid tier type of movies, or movies that are just award contenders, and then that's it. But when it comes to big blockbusters, you have to be able to sell movie tickets. And even though Rachel Zegler is very young and apparently has had a following on social media, a big following, that doesn't necessarily mean that's going to translate to box office revenue. That's just not how it is. And unfortunately, she's just not helping her case in this end. And I don't even think that Gal Gadot, for all that she has, for all the people that she has rooting for her and behind her as fans, I don't think she's enough to pull this movie into not being a flop. I feel like this movie essentially is going to flop hard. Not only because the casting is terrible, right? Because Rachel Zegler just doesn't give off that Disney Snow White princess energy. The decisions made by Disney to I guess, wokeify or progressify the movie in terms of the Seven Dwarf is also something that's going to hurt it. There's so many things going against this movie that I would be extremely surprised if it doesn't bomb at the box office. Like, extremely surprised. I think that Rachel Zegler should just cut her losses and just zip it and not say anything and just wait till things cool down. I just don't understand. And then she's blaming it all on her mental issues, which I feel like this is just the cheapest cop-out ever. Oh, you know, I've been struggling with mental health issues, and like sometimes my thoughts, like, okay, it's not to demean or demoralize somebody that has issues with mental health. That's very important for us to talk about and become aware of. But it seems that it's always the same for all of these celebrities that go off script or just say something that's controversial. They go ahead and blame it on, I'm having mental issues. That's just not gonna cut it. If you work anywhere else, if you're one of the little guys, if you say something that just the company doesn't like or that it goes against company policy, you will be disciplined because of it. That's just the reality of it. And I feel like in her case, the court of public opinion has already given their verdict, and I don't see how this is going to turn out anything but disastrous for her and for Disney. And I think that Disney knows it. At this point, I would just cancel the movie, to be quite honest. Just write it off as a tax write-off and then call it a day. Just let things cool down. You're coming off from a Disney live action that just vastly underperformed, and then you have the star of your upcoming live action saying the things that she's saying and the movie looking disastrous as it looks. Just cancel it or put it on Disney Plus. I don't know. It's bad. I feel bad for everybody involved in the movie. I don't know. That's my take on the whole situation. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Also, please like, share, subscribe. And if you have anything to add, please comment down below and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.